Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Josh Padilla, and today we are presenting another episode of the Alchemy Lab. I'm today with my host, Juan.
Yeah,
And
yo, how we
introduce
doing?
yourself a little bit.
How we doing, guys? My name is Juan Ramirez, your co-host. I'm here with the boy Josh. Like he said, the Alchemy Lab. This is a place where philosophical questions meet creativity, and we ask you guys your opinions on local, state, and global levels.
Yes, sir. And we're broken a few segments in today, and we actually have a theme, and that's going to be power, progress, and who gets to decide. And give a little about what we're going to talk about today.
So we have three segments for you guys today. Remember, it's local, state, and global. And so for the first one, for the local one, we have the revitalization of downtown El Paso. The second one, Texas and the film industry boom. If you guys have heard of that, something big is coming there.
It's
And
coming.
for the third one, it's gonna be the global. Actually, I'll leave you guys to find that.
Yeah, we'll leave that there. We'll leave that there, and we'll talk
that
about
one.
more
That
about
one's
that.
a pretty exciting
But,
one. Maybe you've heard that one.
Yeah, of course.
We'll keep that one a little surprising for you.
But we'll get into the first segment, and that's going to be the realization of downtown El Paso. And yeah, we'll get into a bit about that. Some big changes are coming to downtown, especially with new buildings, bars, businesses popping up. I noticed a few of them. I haven't gone to them personally in the last few weeks, but I've noticed a few changes just driving through the town, especially. It looks like there's a few amount of growth, but who's benefiting from it, especially like is it the citizens or the market?
Yeah, definitely, right? Like I can definitely see in some cases where a lot of these buildings they might be getting bought up by investors per se, right? Everyone knows there's a demand there because if you go to downtown, if you guys have been downtown, which I'm sure y'all have been because El Paso is pretty small and the San Jacinto Plaza is nice. It's just there's not much to do nowadays. I think it's all the same thing, and so there's a demand for it to grow a little bit more. And I've definitely seen a, a couple places that are getting bought up and they're getting invested into to make plans for them eventually, right? And what I feel most about this is like, does the culture feel like it's getting polished or is it getting diluted by investors, people who want to make money out of it? What do you think?
That's a good question. I mean, at the end of the day, I think people are very not conservative in the sense of politics, but when it comes to what they want and what they need, especially here, especially when it comes to housing, necessities, resources, it's always an issue of like, should the citizens have those resources and finding a way to pay those resources, because at the end of the day, who's going to be paying for those resources? Because all these new people are moving in, but at the same time, I think the wrong kind of people are moving in, because the businesses that are setting up are not trying to benefit the community as a whole, because they're trying to,
Like how you said, make money out of it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely. It's I think it's something to be concerned about. Though
to the top. Yeah, just my words a little bit, but
no, not even in the sense of in the bad way, but like I feel like the light to it is that there's gonna be more to do, more places to go to, maybe more life downtown. Does it need more? Maybe.
I think it just needs like more of a. It's not a San Antonio kind of sense, but more of a Vegas. It needs more like just places where people can stop and walk around. Because at the end of the day, the issue with I think El Paso is there's no general place to park, and most of the places where you can park are really shady areas. So I think that's the majority of the reason why people don't even go downtown, because it's a really shady part area, and I don't know. It's always an issue. Parking definitely is an issue.
I think that parking is definitely an issue because everything is you gotta pay for it.
Exactly.
Which I can understand in big cities, but there's not much to do and or spend time.
Especially in El Paso. You know? It's like, what are you spending $10 for a parking spot in El Paso? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing there? What?
I mean, you're probably on a date or something, probably doing something like that, right? But even then, like, you're mostly working, and that leads me into this. Where if it gets revitalized, like, where does the working man, citizen here, like, where do they go?
Because like we don't usually get visitors, but El Paso is leaning towards trying to not revoke, to pull in visitors more often. But I think that the issue that comes with that, it's they don't stay. So who's really benefiting at the end of the day? I think the citizens should benefit more, but with prices coming up, especially with the tariffs, I mean that's a whole other topic.
Yeah, it's a whole different topic.
I don't really see El Paso changing, especially when it comes to that kind of market.
I just think it needs a little bit of boom. Maybe in other places, I know we do have some articles for it, and there's a lot of money going into it. But at the same time, there's so much to do. I give it maybe like another 10 years, 15 years, maybe even for El Paso to really blow up. Because Horizon's going up.
Yeah,
it's going
I can
up.
see that. El Paso's growing,
but it's just gonna
slowly, real slow, super slow. Mostly neighborhood style growth. But
yeah, if people who stay here are probably gonna live here for a really long time.
Retirement. Like, I think El Paso is definitely retirement time of like.
It's just chill city.
Yeah.
But there's not.
Basically, what are you gonna do here? There's nothing to do, kind of here, because that's always a question. I mean, me and my boy Juan here have grown up in El Paso, I think, for the majority of our lives.
Yeah. Up until we went to San Antonio for a couple of years. But that was... El Paso has always been like, what now?
Man, not much has really changed since then. Like, maybe we've seen some, like, changes in the sense of, like...
More places?
Maybe refurbishing a bunch of old buildings. There's a bunch of refurbishing. Like modernizing
it.
Yeah.
What do you think about gentrification of it?
I see it in Austin.
In Austin and Dallas? Oh my god.
It's bad. Remember in some parts in San Antonio? Who y'all? When the houses look the same, that's scary. I'm sorry, but look, you know what's really sad? I remember there's a really nice bar somewhere in downtown that me and Amadeo went to, and of course, shout out to him. But his dad was playing at a local diner, at a local bar, and it was nice. It was really nice, but the way it was like built and where everyone has kind of developed around it, it kind of like crushed it inward, so like no one can really see where the bar is. So you can't really see outside, you can't really see downtown, so you're kind of confined in there. And it kind of sucks because Amadeo was showing me some photos of before, and the lot was like there's nothing there.
Yeah.
But now there's a huge like I think parking hall, like like 3 stories, and it's blocking it out, and it puts into perspective like damn. I know I'm all for growth, but
not if
if you're gonna put a parking lot right in front of the bars and stuff like that, then I'm gonna reconsider.
I mean, in some cases I can see it growing, but like if it just blocks the whole thing for another one, then it's crazy. You think about it, the business side to it, right? But whenever I went to go see the boy Drew, shout out to Drew in Dallas, we were going through a neighborhood. It's like it was just a regular neighborhood. It had been there for a while, like you could definitely tell. But as we were going, there were just like 2 or 3 houses, polished, modern, bro, like super fucking expensive, bro. Like you could tell that someone was buying out the houses and just like infecting it and renewing it, and maybe
because at the end of the day, these people don't buy the houses to own them. They buy them to lease to the people. They end up fucking random people. They like
real estate is big.
Real estate is big. There's money into it, and I wouldn't doubt people are making money off of that, and that's why buying a new house now is such a show. It's such a
companies own.
You gotta walk in there and know what you're doing. You're like if you just go in there hoping that the person's gonna help you out, they're gonna rob you, man.
Do your research.
Do your research. Definitely do your research.
Well, I think that's a good segment. Maybe you could prompt you guys with a quick question: is what part of your city do you wish could grow without losing its soul? I think that's a question we'll leave you guys to think about. I think personally for me, the soul of at least my side of town It's nice. It's growing. I think it's probably one of the not super modern parts because Horizon is that, but City is definitely growing that way as well. I hope it evolves. Not that it just stays the same, and it doesn't lose its soul. Honestly, right now, it's chill. Um, you can just walk around, chill. There's stuff around Bahama Bucks, like it's McDonald's. Like stuff is still adding to it. There's a hospital right there. We got a pretty good spot, but I think it needs more.
It's always crazy to me that El Paso has more warehouses than theme parks, which is crazy to think about because it's like you take up more space, but it's just facilities. And I think there could be so much more for the community than just facilities. Especially for our generation, our new generation, because that's why the majority of people leave. It's like
There's nothing here.
there's nothing here and everything's the same. Nothing really changes. I mean, now there's kind of a push towards change, but
We'll see the growth later on. We'll see how that turns out. Which is good. I think we can start moving on to the second segment. For this one, we'll start going up a little bit more to the statewide side of things, and the title of this one would be the Texas film industry boom. I don't know if y'all heard about that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off there. No, you're good, man. But a bit about that. I kind of know this topic a little bit.
Yeah.
I was kind of doing a little research on that, and Austin is becoming a bit of a mini Hollywood. Big studios, especially like Universal Studios, Disney. I think what's it called? Who's the company that owns Yosemite? Not Yosemite. The show.
The show.
1812, or because they shot at Fort Worth, but some big companies are definitely moving in. Tax breaks, especially talent and freedom from Hollywood gatekeeping. So I think, especially with some new laws are coming through, especially through Fort Worth, Dallas, and Austin, there's a lot of big changes coming. I think we have a little. Let me see. Let me check the laptop a bit.
Jarvis?
Because I want to be a little bit more detailed when it comes to this topic. So
not only that, but I think that filming is something that it has been missing from Texas. I think. Well, there's some that are shot here, right? You see way bigger studios in like LA, California, bro. In other sites of states and the world itself, like how you said, university or a couple other ones. Universal, my neighbors. It could need much more now that they're moving into Austin, big city like that, and they got Dallas, they got Houston, they got the whole state to play with. It's something that they can do.
Because I think a big comeback, what I've been seeing is cowboy shows, especially with that like era or that environment, that escape. I think Texas is truly the last escape of the frontier, especially with wild. I don't think you can get any more wild. Maybe like Florida, probably, or Alaska,
Wisconsin, but with the buffaloes.
But I think Texas is definitely the place where like the most stuff went down. I'll tell you that. But Matthew McConaughey is definitely a hard component in pushing most of those legislatives. I saw him in Austin pushing for change. Right? Yeah, he did definitely. I have a signed copy of his book that he recently released. Green Doors or Green Book or I think it was called Green Doors. Yeah. No, Green Lions. Because at like stoplights, it's a very unique story. Main point, I bought it like 3 years ago. I had it signed. It was a really cool event. He had like a virtual event for the signing. It was really nice. I got to. There was like a little Q&A he had to do, and it was pretty fun. But short and point, it was cool. It's just really nice to see that people are finally pushing for change, especially with films. Because I think that's a one area, especially arts, that usually gets downplayed a lot because it takes a lot of money at the end of the day to get people invested in this stuff. Because what gets you to really be there, be consistent every day? Is it the recognition, the money, or
And
you want,
passion.
or
And
the passion.
Yeah, the passion. Yeah, and I think that's. I'll ask a quick question here. It's more like, do you see the classic Texas myth being finally like brought back, revitalized in Texas, or is it creating a new one?
Mm. I think there's a realization of it. Definitely with especially our friend Amadeo. Another shout out to him.
Shout out to him.
Great man. He's doing some great work in San Antonio, and he has a lot of great connections. But from what I've seen, especially from being over there from the last 4 years, especially in college, there's a lot of creative. What's it called? Creative narratives, especially with the team that he has there. Everyone, everyone there has a goal, and that goal is especially success, especially for what they want, especially with their art. I think at the end of the day, this is art. I think everyone wants to present their art in a way that respects them and shows something to the world.
The thing is, it's a group project.
Exactly, that too.
It has
People,
to be a group
yeah,
project.
that too.
Like, I don't understand some actors that are like, or yeah, because I see it more prominent in actors. I know there's some directors, and directors can be shticks for a reason sometimes. Because at the end of the day, they're directing the storyboard. You know, like if you
Mhm.
want to be a director, you'd be the director. But I do understand that there's sometimes like certain actors that they're just. I heard that they're very hard to work with.
Oh no, definitely. Because at the end of the day, actors aren't real people. Let's be real, y'all. They're there for a paycheck. I mean, some actors are genuine, and like Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is a great person. But some people are just, it's a facade. It's all a facade. It's all an act. Because then they're not writing the scripts.
Yeah.
They're not directing. They're not. Well, they're rehearsing. I guess they're doing that, but at the end of the day, they're not the main driver of what made this film possible.
It's very insane.
They're one component.
Yeah, it's very insane when like.
But they're the one that gives the most press, and which is not a bad thing, because at the end of the day, they're the function of the PR of the side of the film, because that's what they do. They're the face of the film. You're an actor.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting when you do it really well, like how you said Keanu. We can see it in like Jim Carrey.
Of
Back with Sonic.
Oh, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey.
Yeah, he retired he came out of retirement to finish Sonic 3.
That was crazy.
And they're coming out for another one. Like, that's crazy. He does it for the passion, you know? Like, those are the really good actors. But if you see something like, if you haven't seen the news, probably the Disney actor for Snow White.
Oh, that would.
Crazy. The whole different topic.
Whole
other topic, but it's crazy how you have those kind of situations.
No, that was a $300 million film to make. $300 million. And guess how much it made in the box office? Guess, y'all. Give me a sec.
Like 200?
No, not even close. 80? No.
80?
50.
50 million. Oh my god, bro.
50 million. I think close to 50 or 15.
I heard that Disney's like remaking movies.
I think they just need to go on ice. I think they just need to disappear for like 10 years or 5. Because genuinely, I think people have amnesia. Because I think people tend to forget what Disney is doing or what it does. Because people are like, oh, Doomsday is going to save Disney, Marvel and stuff like that. It's like, no, because at the end of the day, they're still going to be pushing the same stuff, just less forcibly. They're just going to be more low key about it.
I think they're going to do. It depends on Lilo and Stitch. I think it's going to save them.
It's going to save them. Because at the end of the day, people are blind. It's like, oh, let's go watch Lilo and Stitch. So that's the lesser version of it.
They can't mess that up, though. They have a story. They just need to put the actors.
Would you be shocked? They can. They can.
I know.
That's the worst part. That's the funny part. Like, how can you mess something up that's already written and shot and filmed and shown to the public 10 years? Yeah, is it 10 years ago?
Yeah.
15 years ago? Like,
and mess it up. Like they just have to remake it.
Bar for bar, like you have the blueprint. Like, help me understand. Like it's always daunting to me, especially when shows adapt like comics, books, or revitalize shows from like the past, like Daredevil.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Oh, Daredevil.
I thought I had a good dialogue.
No, that's pretty bad too. That was a different kind of endurance.
Go.
Yeah.
We're a little off topic.
Yeah, sorry. Let's go back on topic. But going back to films.
I think,
What?
go ahead. Do you think that indie creators, they're getting uplifted or they're lost in the noise because of this new film coming to film companies, film teams, film culture coming into El Paso? Do you think
Definitely not. I think it encourages people to even do more stuff because now they're actually having budgets. You know how crazy it is to actually have a budget. It's kind of shocking. People is like, what? Why don't you just go film? It's like, you do realize people don't like it when you film in public, right? Like it's always daunting to people because at the end of the day, they're always gonna be the question of, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Why? And you always gotta bring up the answer of, oh, it's for film.
And I don't think it should deter you, but I think at the same time, like, there's certain permits, places that don't allow that.
It's not advised to just do it out of the norm. Like you can't just do it. Just let's go do it. No, you need some permits. You need some actual like credentials. You have some kind of background. You can't just show up.
Like, there's definitely some places you can go to, maybe like a park. You do like a picnic.
But there's, I think that Texas is becoming more encouraging to shoot stuff. I think, especially now, especially like TikTok and YouTube. I've seen it, especially now. It's probably worse in like other states, California. I wouldn't doubt, or Florida. Like everything's just everyone's out on their phone.
Media.
Like that media is a surge over there.
But it's a good thing when like it starts growing here. So like remember last time a couple of weeks ago where was it Leonardo DiCaprio came down to El Paso? They filmed something there. Crazy. They probably they might have helped the community around their downtown wherever they filmed. Maybe they even onboarded people.
You know what? They shot in the what was that other mall? Not the Sil Vista Mall.
Oh, the new ones, right?
No, the old one. The one on the other side, the west side of town. What's it called?
Solana. It's called Solana.
It's called Solana?
It's called Solana.
With the True Fit?
I think so. Yeah, the one on by like
the one that no one goes to.
Yeah.
That one? That one.
They're trying to bring it back. I mean, I heard.
No, they're not. It's dead, bro. You do realize they sold a subsection of the mall.
They sold the mall.
They sold the mall to a gym. Like that's how they're staying afloat, bro. I'm telling you. It's a nice gym. Don't get me wrong. It's a nice gym. But what else can you do there? Honestly, I think they gotta put like a theme park in there.
I don't think it's because the thing is, I don't think they have enough people. Like all that side is just retired people. They're just like
Yeah, because mostly it's just work or retirees.
You're just chilling.
Because mostly everyone there has money, and it's like, why would I?
Money in the sense of like they be chilling. They don't want to be spending that kind of shit. They already got their lives.
And also, it's like, what do you go there for? There's not a draft house. There's not a bar. There's not a movie theater. There's a
little like arcade thing, Maybe.
Does that really count? No.
All in all, I think.
Go back to the topic.
Yeah. I don't know. What kind of movie would you make about your home state?
Oh, this would be the question.
I think for this outro we'll ask you guys that as well. Like, what kind of movie would you make about your home state? I think personally I would try and make.
I think Amadeo was a pretty good answer on this, but
yeah, he has a good answer. Shout out to him. What could you make in Texas?
A lot of stuff. A lot of cowboy films.
Besides cowboy films.
I mean, okay, you could do.
I do like a Lost in the Desert one, survival type of shit. Maybe.
Shawshank. I mean, no.
Cartel. No.
You could do some cartel stuff. Definitely indie stuff. I can see indie stuff happening.
I can
see A24 filming here.
Yeah. Maybe some downtown stuff in maybe Houston. Something like a detective type shit.
You know what? I'm gonna get on that. I'm gonna make it. I'll leave that for another day. But
which leads us to the third segment, guys, in the global dire wolves and the de-extinctions of past species.
Oh, we're going to the topic. Oh shoot.
Sciences, ethics, and the future of life. I'm sure there's heavy opinions here. What do you think of the direwolf coming back, bro?
Okay. This is a good question, man. I'm not against it. I'm not really against the idea of bringing back the extinction of many animals, but the flaws that come with it is the faults of man. Like at the end of the day, is more driven on the success of the animal's profit, less so than the extinction of it. Because at the end of the day, the animals they showcase, the animals that will get the most attention, because the direwolf. Think about it.
The direwolf.
It's direwolf.
Pull up the article. Pull up the
Oh
article.
yeah.
The thing is, I think it's just because we can doesn't mean we should certain animals, right? Maybe I do understand. Maybe I don't know why we should. I don't know why we should. Maybe like the white rhino, I guess, right? Because we're losing rhinos. But even then, like direwolves is crazy. What do y'all know about the stats of direwolves? There's a Times News article on this thing, and
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
it's insane, guys. Like it's so crazy how these
I don't
guys.
know if we can get the full photo here, but we got the information up. But
there's 3 direwolves. One is called Romulus and Remus. The third one is a girl called Khaleesi, and they're pretty huge, guys.
no, they're pretty like reasonable size. How can you compare the size? What would you compare it to?
So I'll let you guys on this. I have a Belgian Malinois, like a German Shepherd, a little more agile than them, less hairy. He's around like 3 feet, 3.5, and he weighs 66 pounds.
Crazy.
He's a whole machine. He's a whole muscle, right? These things are 6 months old. They're 4 feet long, and they're 80 pounds.
6 months is crazy.
6 months and 80 pounds. And what's the projected, Josh?
6 foot at 150 pounds.
Oh my god. 6 feet, guys. I'm 5.
Does it say how long is it gonna take for them to like get there?
Probably like 2 years, a year and a half. I'm like 2 feet. They'd be like huge, bro. They're gonna be humongous. And they're 150. Oh my god. I'm 180. That thing will just take you out.
You see, realistically, at the end of the day, we are never gonna see the day of life of this animal.
They used to live like in the southern parts.
Yeah,
the most.
Venezuela up to Venezuela.
Venezuela for sure. But they haven't been seen over 10,000 years. Not only that, when they went extinct, they haven't been in the gene pool for a long, long time. So here comes some scientists, a biotech company called Colossal Biosciences.
Yeah, bro. It's let me see, buddy.
It's insane, guys. It's insane how these geneticists are coming in with CRISPR technology, being funded by, I think, who was it? Crunch Form.
Yeah, we kind of went into a little deep dive before we set up the podcast.
It was insane, guys. Like, what the heck? It's straight out of a sci-fi film. This is how Jurassic.
It was a little scary. It was a little scary to actually see for a minute because it's that recognition of like, oh, we're in this age where people.
There's a lot of money getting poured into this, guys.
We're doing this.
Colossal
Biosciences.
The De-extinction company. Their website is insane, guys. Like, you guys have to go see it. Colossal.com. It's insane.
Scary, bro.
It's
very scary.
So not only did they bring back the direwolf, they're planning on bringing back the woolly mammoth, the dodo, the Tasmanian tiger, and I have to wonder, like you mentioned earlier, which one's gonna get them the most profit.
Definitely the woolly mammoth. I don't know about the wolf. The wolf is.
I think it's a good
start. It's a great start.
I think it's
great start to the project, but the most money is definitely invested in the woolly mammoth.
I think it's gonna be a huge task. It's a huge animal. It's a huge fucking animal.
Dude,
I wonder what the what the surrogate is.
The average size of a wolf.
My goodness.
Average, bro.
The average
Not
size.
even like a full grown. We're not talking even full grown
like actually built and everything.
Nah, that's what's gonna happen, bro. It's gonna scare people.
They're gonna see it with the wolves, I think too. Like they're gonna be like, oh, well, it's projected.
Oh, they're cute now.
It's projected here, but like they end up growing to like 7, 8.
Because of the day.
I mean, I don't know how genetics at that level work, right? Like I've certain degree of knowledge in the biological aspect to it, but genetics is a crazy thing. It's gonna be insane, guys.
Oh, why is it not coming up?
Close Steam.
Nah, I do have Steam open. Thank you for recognizing that. All right.
Males reach shoulder heights between 9.2 and 10.3 feet. And weighed what? 4.9 to 66 short tons. 4.5 to 6 metric tons. Holy golly, Jesus. What are we doing with that, guys? Like, what like, are we gonna put it back in the Antarctica? What happens?
Let's put it back. Let's put it back in Alaska, bro.
Aren't the polar ice caps melting at a certain rate? Even
how big is a full grown shoulder height between?
Oh my god. That's too crazy. 9.20 to 12.50 feet. That's insane, guys. Like, what's gonna happen? The polar bears are gonna have something to eat nowadays, or what? What the fuck? Even then, they're struggling to survive. I think because of I said again, the polar ice caps. I could be wrong, but it's insane how the world is also facing those problems, climate change.
Well, they live up to 60 years, so.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's gonna be on this planet for a while. Cause at the end of the day, you can't put these animals back in the environment. You can't. Any botanist, any actual person with science background will tell you no. It will destroy the ecosystem.
I think some animals go extinct for a reason. Maybe the dinosaurs are proof of that. If, you know.
Oh no, that happens. I mean, that's just nature.
We wouldn't have survived even if they were there.
Nah, we would have.
You know, like we really struggled against them. But which brings me to the reason, like some animals, I feel like they should be extinct. Some other ones, you know, they should be saved. I think. De-extincting them though is insane. Like, how are you gonna put a dire wolf in the middle of the mountains, or where are you gonna put it?
On the end of the day, it's gonna be in a facility. It's gonna be in a fabricated facility, because it's gonna get big enough, bro. Like it's gonna need a whole field. It's gonna need actual yardage of land. Because I wouldn't doubt it's like a herding animal. It's like an animal that wants to actually like be out and roaming and not confined.
It's gonna be smart, I think. It's gonna be really smart.
That's the scary part. Like our dogs, especially like I've seen, especially big dogs, are pretty smart. They recognize behaviors, they recognize voices, they recognize like mannerisms,
patterns. Yeah, definitely. Like they're really smart.
But
we're gonna bring back the dinosaurs, guys. Jesus.
No,
dude, that's gonna be insane.
Direwolf, man. That's a scary thing.
Are we resurrecting nature, the direwolf, or are we creating something new in them? Either a totally new direwolf or a totally new.
Yeah, the genetics were the traits were I think 30% or 10% with connected with the direwolf, because they imprinted off of the wolf genetics and then they went from there, and they did like 10 or 30 traits off of the direwolf, and they were able to like put it onto the
wolf.
Yeah, which is crazy to think about, because it's like we're in the age where it's possible to splice past DNA from maybe 20,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, and just be able to still use it. It's crazy how DNA works.
It's insane. I was telling about Josh, which I don't know if it's true or not, but they found recently 65 million year old DNA of a dinosaur.
Crazy.
If that's true, what? Like, what the fuck? What do y'all? Who found it? Who found it? Where is it going? Why is it viable?
You know what's crazy? I wouldn't doubt they probably had it, and this research only made that information relevant because they can now bring back animals. So I wouldn't doubt they're like, oh, now that's possible. Let's look into this.
What do you think gets chosen for that? Like what animal?
I wouldn't doubt this company is gonna last for a minute, and then a subsection of another company is gonna come in and take over and try to bring actual dinosaurs. Because I wouldn't doubt that's the main goal.
Jurassic Park guys.
That's always, I think that's what the market is. Like, they want dinosaurs. I don't know why people want dinosaurs, but people want dinosaurs. Which is cool, you know. I'd rather see them in a museum than in real life, because at the end of the day, that thing is gonna kill you.
It's a living creature, bro.
Pure muscle and animal.
God made
creation. Man, God had no hand in making those things.
Ew.
It was pure genetic monstrosities. Like,
oh my goodness, bro. Dinosaurs are insane, man.
They're still hard to explain now.
I think the bones are enough to know that, hey, there was something bigger than us.
You know, they're still figuring out if they roared or
they like
chirped, or it's crazy. Like, they don't even understand how they spoke. So it's like we don't even know what they sounded like.
It's crazy. Y'all have heard those? Like, the T-Rex one sounds crazy.
Yeah, it sounds like
clicking.
Not clicking, like a more rumble, like a.
It's
like clicking. Well, clicking mixed between a clicking, you know, like a crocodile.
It was insane. Imagine hearing that shit in the middle of the night. Oh, hell no. In the house? What's the house?
No, but just slowly, just hearing it in like the distance. Just
you know you're fucked.
You're not escaping. It smells you. It knows you're there.
What are you gonna be doing in a little ass house, bro?
It's gonna stalk you.
It's gonna blow through the fucking house to get you. You're not stopping that thing. But
terrifying idea.
It's actually terrifying. We'll leave you guys with another question. I think it'll be a really good outro for where we're coming to. If you could bring one extinct thing back, animal, idea, a culture, what would it be?
That's a good question. You want me to talk about it first?
Go for it.
Yeah, let me. Definitely animal. That's a good question, bro. What animal would I bring back? Definitely velociraptors.
You just never go all. You just gave a whole bit about how we shouldn't be dinosaurs.
No.
He's right though. He's right. Hey, no, I don't.
No, because I'm not talking about the Utah raptor. I'm not talking about like a 6-foot dinosaur. I'm talking about the velociraptor. The velociraptors got to like maybe a foot. They weren't huge animals. Just put a muzzle on that dude and declaw him a bit. And, he should be good.
Declaw him. I think that's a good one. I think personally, what I would bring back.
I don't know. Because everything you bring back is gonna try to kill you.
Yeah,
everything's big enough to kill you.
That thing back then was insane.
There's no animal that's not extinct. Extinct that
should come back.
Yeah, that doesn't want to kill you. Maybe
Jesus, you're right.
Everything's gonna try to kill you.
If you bring back a velociraptor, I might as well bring back a T-Rex. Like, come on.
No, that thing's gonna kill you, bro. First thing it's gonna try to do, bro, when you turn your back on it, is the first thing it's gonna do is gonna. You're done. That's it. You're done. You're done. That's it. You're not walking away. What?
I released this upon the world, genie, a T-Rex. That's it.
That's it. You're not coming back.
It'd be a really cool showing, but where you keep that animal would be fucking nowhere.
It's not a horse. You can't keep it in a stable.
Nowhere, bro. Like, anything in its vicinity is gonna get killed. It's gonna smell you.
It's gonna think it's food. It's always gonna think it's food. It's not gonna. I mean, yeah, it's gonna eventually get full, but at the end of the day, it's territorial.
It's gonna get hungry again. Alright, guys, we'll leave you guys with that. Again, from city blocks to movie sets to ancient beasts, today was about power.
Oh, we never even got into the idea and culture, but I'll let you finish.
I'll go for it. Go for it.
No. Let's finish. Let's finish it out. Yeah.
We're not just watching the future being built, but we're living in it, guys. Colossal, bringing back de-extincting animals. We talked about Austin, Texas, El Paso, and the film industry. And not only that, the revitalization of the local town, your home, maybe, of El Paso, Texas. We'll see where it goes.
Definitely. And a little for the audience. Who do you trust to build the future, and who do you wish had made it? You know. And to close off this video, follow the show, drop a comment, and join us next time on the next episode of the Alchemy Lab.
The Alchemy Lab.
Alrighty, we'll catch you in the next video.
Deuces.